Yo everyone, hope you're all doing well. So in this video, I'm going to be going over a particular trading plan, trading strategy, whatever you want to call it, and how you can go about, creating your own, or how you can establish a trading plan for you to understand how to actually trade meme coins properly. Now, as many of you know, I haven't posted in a very, very long time on YouTube. A couple of reasons. Number one, I'm mainly active on Telegram. I've got about 6,000 people in one group chat, and I'd rather give a lot of time and energy there because I can do it really quickly, especially because crypto or meme coins are just something I do on the side, right? And again, let that be sort of proof that you don't need to spend, 12, 14 hours sitting in front of a screen to try and make meme coins work. You really don't. As I said, you've seen my skill and what I can do when it comes to meme coins, yet you could technically call it a side hustle, right? I just do it on the side. And I personally think you should be doing that too, because again, we all know meme coins is not going to be a thing that lasts forever, right? You want to be building your foundation in whatever it is you're doing in life and have meme coins, fund that. You can make a lot of money from meme coins and you can allow it to facilitate whatever else you want to do in life, whether it's starting your business or whatever it may be. But anyway, that's far from the point. So in terms of the actual trading strategy, I'm going to be using this coin which is on Tron. Now the reason I wanted to use this coin in particular is, number one, it's high market cap. There's a lot of sort of data that we can go off of, as well as it being on Tron, which goes to show that, okay, what I'm talking about doesn't only work on Solana meme coins, for example, right? Tron is a new chain. Well, it's not really a new chain, but it's a new meme coin market, you could say. So it just goes to show that what I'm speaking about works on any meme coin market that is to come or that has already come, whether it's Base, whether it's Tron, or Solana. Okay, so first things first, what you need to understand is when it comes to trading meme coins, you need to know a particular way of trading meme coins and you need to stick with that particular way. Now, this sounds pretty self explanatory, and I don't mean like you need to have one strategy and only stick to that one strategy. No, you can adjust the strategy, but you need to become a master at one particular type of meme coin, right? Because what I've seen a lot of people try to do is, because people are so eager to hit that next 10x or that next 20x, or people are just, so impatient that they want to gain off of every kind of meme coin, most people end up losing. And this probably describes you as well, where you might have got into a coin that was at 100K and you thought it was going to be the next coin that goes to 5 mil, but it didn't. But then whenever a coin goes to 5 mil, you only manage to get in at like 2 mil, 3 mil, right? And it makes you think like, why can I never catch the 100K? Or maybe you have like once or twice, but why never consistently? It's because you don't understand a certain type of meme coin. You're not a master at a certain type of meme coin, right? Now, what do I mean by that? How do we categorize certain types of meme coins? Now, we can do it in a few different ways, right? Now, sorry that there's no sort of like demonstration on screen as of yet. I will show you in just a second, but I don't have my mouse with me, so I can't really draw anything. But in fact, let me try. So basically, what you want to sort of establish first and foremost is, are you someone who wants crazy gains, or are you someone who will settle for small gains? Now, by crazy gains, I mean like 5x's, 10x's, 20x's, so on and so forth. Or if you're someone who's probably playing with a bigger amount of money, you might want to go for the smaller gains, because by putting in more money, smaller gains are still big, right? So a 2x on 20K is 20K profit, whereas a 2x on 1K is only 1K profit, right? So if you're playing with around 20x per whatever meme coin or whatever it may be, you will probably want to aim for the lower gains rather than the bigger gains. But if you're only playing with, let's say, $200 per meme coin, then you're probably going to want to stick to trying to hit 5x's, trying to hit 10x's, so on and so forth. But you need to stick with that strategy, right? Now, of course, it depends on so many different factors, because the last thing I want you to do is for you to think, okay, cool, I've got $200. I need to only be aiming 5x's and 10x's. And then you refuse to take out when it's at 2x profit, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to be able to have a goal in mind whenever it comes to you getting into a meme coin. This stops you from holding on for dear life and then losing at the end. I've had so many people come and tell me, bro, I was in a coin at 300k market cap. It went up to 6 mil, and I didn't even sell because I thought it would go far, like a lot further, and then I ended up selling at 1.5 mil. I'm like, bro, it's because you don't understand what your goal is, right? You need to have a particular goal in mind, right? So I'm going to use this coin as an example to show you exactly what I mean, right? So in fact, let's actually check what the top traders have done with this coin, right? I just want to show you why the top traders are the top traders for a reason, and you'll see exactly what I mean, right? So if we go to this guy, for example, this guy bought here, right? And he bought multiple times. He DCA'd in, which is something I always advise, whether you're a member in my Telegram community or whether you've watched my previous YouTube videos, you'll know I always say to DCA in, right? He bought in multiple times, rightfully so. And what did he do? He most likely took initials with this sell here, right? As you can see, in fact, no, he took more than initials because he bought a total of around 3.2k, something like that, and then he sold at a 3x, right, shortly after. Now, one of two things. I can obviously scroll down and see how much tokens he actually sold, but let's just skip that. It's not really important. It's not really relevant. One of two things: either he actually took his initials, maybe he bought before it even bonded, or his goal is 3x, right? He aims for sort of low targets, which is like 2x, 3x, so on and so forth. But look what he's done. He's still held some of his tokens, rightfully so. And that's what you should be doing as well. Regardless of your goal, you should always think, what if, right? But you also want to be like proactive, right? Not reactive, proactive. You want to make sure you've taken the profit necessary to achieve your goal or achieve your target, which is 2x's, 3x's, or 5x's. But then leave some in case, and obviously a lot of people refer to this as a moon bag, leave some in case it was to go to crazy levels, right? So for example, he sold 9k here, but then here he managed to sell another 2.6k, another 2.2k, and then I know there was a few more sales up here. You've got 3.5k. Imagine he just sold all his tokens right here. He would not have made this much, which I think came up to about 40k profit, if I'm not wrong. I think he made about 40k in profit. But you see what I mean? Like, he stuck with his initial goal, which was like 2 to 3k. And you'll see this all the time. There's rarely ever a time where you'll see someone buy all the way at the bottom and then hold on, unless they fell asleep, but hold on all the way to like 10 mil, right? That's not a smart way to go about doing things. Unless they've got like some crazy sort of alpha and they somehow know or have extreme confidence that it's going to go to 10 mil because maybe the dev has sent coins to 10 mil multiple times. But you want to make sure you stick with your goal in mind, right? Now, that leads me on to then say, how do you understand what your goal in mind is going to be, right? This depends on the type of meme coins you trade, okay? Whether it's low market cap or high market cap. Because when you're trading high market cap coins, so for example, this coin, which is at 12.2 mil, you can't really expect to have a goal of like 20x, or you can have like 10x's and 20x's, but it's the chances are very low, right? So the type of meme coin you trade needs to align with your goals as well. So if you're trying to aim for 2x's, 3x's, you're better off going with the high market cap coins because it's easy for them to do 2x's and 3x's and they do it a lot safer, right? Whereas if you're trying to aim for the big X's like 5x, 10x, 20x, so on and so forth, you're better off doing it with the low market cap coins because it's a lot easier for a coin to go from 100k to 600k than it is for a coin to go from 10 mil to 60 mil, right? But then again, it's also a lot riskier for the low market cap coins because it's a lot easier for them to go from 100k to 50k than it is for a coin to go from 10 mil to 5 mil, right? Hopefully this is making sense so far. But you need to understand one particular type of meme coin, okay? For example, yeah, I now understand both types of meme coins because I've traded both, right? I used to only trade low market cap, but then it got to a point where I was so comfortable with low market cap that I wanted to be uncomfortable trading high market cap coins because I didn't know how to trade them, right? And high market cap coins I know are a lot safer to trade. Well, now I know how to trade both. And that's what you want to get to a point of where you can trade low market cap coins so well that it's just instinctive. And then you can now learn how to trade high market cap coins and you'll know how to trade anything basically. So, for example, if you look at this coin, right, you know, I always speak about like psychological points, for example. So, let's say, for example, I was going into this coin and I was looking at it and I was thinking, cool, I want to try to trade a high market cap coin, right? Let's just say I was looking at it around this point, right? 3.5 mil. I would have looked at it and I would have seen, okay, cool. The previous support by the looks of it is around 2 mil because it's bounced off here, it's bounced off here, it's almost bounced off here, but it never really broke 2 mil, right? Another way you can notice is it's actually hit 2 mil before here. And you can sort of see it's broke it here and then it kind of had a little bounce of 2 mil. And like you could see it stayed around 2 mil around this point, right? So let's just say 2 mil is the support. Now, I said I saw it. Where did I say? I think I said around here, 3.5 mil. So let's say I'm here. Yeah? I would have seen that, okay, it hit the next psychological point of 5 mil. What I would wait for, or what I would ideally be hoping for, let's say I was to buy in around 3.5 mil, is I'm trying to see how it reacts to 5 mil next, right? Because it will probably hit 5 mil again. As you can see, it's not dropping below the support of, let's just say, 3.5 mil. I wouldn't really consider the support as 3 mil because it didn't really touch, but the support was more or less around 3.5 mil and it kept bouncing off it. So you can expect, when I'd see this, I'd be like, okay, cool, you know what? It keeps bouncing off it. It is probably going to go back up to the psychological point of 5 mil. But what I would need to hope for is that it, goes above it. Now, what I would look out for is for it to close above 5 mil, which it did. It closed at 5.3 mil. That's a good sign. And as you can see, there was a sell. But I wouldn't have been scared of that sell because I know, okay, it closed over the psychological point. It will most likely go back up and that will turn into the next support. What did it do? It then broke it. It went to 6.3 mil. That would have been my confirmation. Okay, cool. We're gonna go a lot further because then it bounced off the support. As I said, 5 mil then turned into the support, bounced off of it, and then it went flying. And people understood that, right? A lot of people, what they would have done instead of buying at 3.5 mil, is they would have waited to see if it broke 5 mil, right? And once it breaks 5 mil, they would have waited for the dip to then buy. And that's why you see it moon here, because these are the people who know what they're doing, right? The people that don't know what they're doing are these people here that are selling because they don't understand how this stuff works, right? The people who sold here at this red candle, for example, at this red candle, at this red candle, don't understand that 5 mil is a psychological point, right? They're the victims here, right? Not saying that everyone who sold here lost, but they lost on potential gains for sure. But there are probably people who bought here and sold here because they thought, it's going to go down, da, 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 right? But the people who are smart waited for the psychological point for it to bounce off 5 mil and then they bought and it went all the way back up, right? Which then leads me on to the next point, which is the next psychological point, which is 10 mil. Now, what I usually say to my members in the Telegram is I usually tell them if a coin breaks 5 mil, the likelihood of it hitting 10 mil is very, very, very high because everyone wants it to hit 10 mil next. That's like the psychological point. Like when you're looking at low market cap coins, the psychological points are very close to each other. It goes like 100K, 250K, 300K, 400K, 500K, a mil. They're very close to each other. When you start getting into the like high millions, it jumps, like there's big gaps between the psychological points. So it goes like 5 mil to then 10 mil. And a lot of the time, when a coin breaks 10 mil, it can go to 20 mil, right? But like one of my biggest certainties is when a coin breaks 5 mil and it closes above comfortably, it will go to 10 mil. So again, I would have bought, if I didn't buy here, I probably would have bought after 5 mil because I would have had confidence that it would go to 10 mil. Funny enough, I thought of recording this video about an hour ago, half an hour ago. It was around 7 mil. And I knew that I was going to mention that it's going to go to 10 mil. I wanted to do it as like a prediction. And before I even recorded this video, it went to 10 mil. It even broke 10 mil. Again, same thing applies, right? We would want to look for it to close above 10 mil for us to have certainty that, okay, cool, it has potential to go a lot further. Okay. Now, think about it. If I was to buy at 3.5 mil, and it hit 13.5 mil. That's like a 4x, right? And that's a safe forex. You don't have to worry about it dropping by 50% in a second like you would if you bought a 200k market cap coin. And that's exactly why I say to you, pick certain types of coins for you to be a specialist in it. So if I was to go to this coin, for example, right? If you're a specialist in low market cap coins that just launched, you'd probably know what this is going to do. Let's just forget this exists, yeah? This part. Let's just say we're at this candle. If you saw that, okay, it struggled to even break 200k. In fact, I'll tell you what I would do. If I saw that it struggled to break 200k and it's dipped all the way back down to about 60k, this gives me certainty that it's not coming back up. Because a coin that will revive itself, of course, there's other factors that could make it come back up, like, I don't know, a CTO or whatever it may be. But like, more likely than not, it's not going to come back up from this point. And the only reason I know that is because I specialize in low market cap coins. That's what you need to do. You need to specialize in a particular type of coin. All right. Now, that's basically what I wanted to speak about in this video. I wanted to speak about, having a particular trading strategy. I'm not done yet, by the way, just letting you know, just recapping on what we spoke about so far. Having a particular sort of trading strategy in terms of like what your targets are. So whether it's 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x, so on and so forth, and picking the type of coin that you're going to trade. Now, going back to the first point, which is having a particular trading strategy. I mentioned that, okay, cool, you want to leave a moon bag in. And a lot of people tend to get confused. How do I do that? What do I take out? What do I not take out? So on and so forth. So I'm going to run you through it, right? Let's just say you bought this coin at the same place that this person bought it, right? We're going to have to take a guess. Let's just see. So they bought above this candle. So they bought around like 160k, 170k. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have waited until here to take out my initials. Of course, they DCA'd in, so there's a big difference, right? You never know what they knew about this. So they could have actually got an alpha, or they could have had extreme confidence because of an external reason. But if it's just purely based off analysis, green flags, so on and so forth, you would want to take initials around a 2x, right? I always recommend my Telegram members between 50 to 100%. Take your initials up, right? Play it safe and take your initials. You can still make so much profit as long as you've taken your initials between 50 to 100%. Obviously, the higher you take your initials, the better, because again, you're going to get more value for your tokens. But once you've taken initials, that's when you can start taking risks, because you now are not using any of your personal money. All you're going to lose out on is the only cost that's going to come to you is opportunity cost, right? Because you could have made a lot more if you kept your initials in, but that it doesn't matter, because you could have lost a lot more if you kept your initials in as well. Okay, so don't get greedy. Always take your initials first and foremost. So that's at a 2x. Now let's say your goal is 5x, for example. Then you can wait till 5x. If you know how to trade a particular coin, then again you'll get to a point where you know whether a coin will get to 5x or not. So wait for a 5x. Once you get to 5x, you take some profit, right? Now, how much profit you take is completely up to you, right? I usually take 25%, right? When I've hit my target, I take 25%. And then I'll determine what's going to happen next based off what the chart is doing, based off volume, based off a lot of different factors. And then whether it goes up, whether it goes down, I'll take another 25%. It just depends, again, on the type of analysis. So let's just say, for example, I sold around a mil, because I know that I'll probably sell around like 900k, because I know a mil is a psychological point, right? So let's just say I bought around 150k. I would have taken initials by like 300k. And then let's say I want to achieve like a 3 to 4x, which is a mil. I would have taken just before a mil, because I know everyone's going to sell at a mil, which is exactly what happened here. Now, if I sold 25%, notice I didn't sell 100%, because I know that, okay, cool, we might still break a mil though, right? So what I'd be waiting for is to see how it reacts to a mil. Is it just going to shoot back down? Is it going to go below the previous, resistance or previous support? And it didn't, right? It didn't break this. Remember, the previous resistance turns into the support. And as you can see here, it clearly, literally bounced off the previous resistance, right? We can literally draw a line there, and you'll see it literally bounced off the previous resistance, which is there. And then it went back up. That would have given me extreme certainty that it's going to hit a mil again. And what I would have been looking for, once again, is for it to close above a mil. And exact same thing as what I mentioned earlier is happening now. It closed above a mil, and then what happened? 1 mil, which is a psychological point, turned into the support. right? It literally turned into support and it bounced off it. Boom. Now, instead of taking out 100% at my 4x goal, 3x goal, 5x goal, I've still got majority of the tokens in, and I'm eating so nicely off of this pump, right? And I'm probably not going to take much profit until I see some sort of break in pattern. So, for example, as you can see here, it's a staircase pattern that I always speak about: up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It just continuously goes. I would have not taken any profit. I don't know why this person took profit here. There's not really a signs of reversal. What I would have done is saw this where, okay, cool, this actually dropped further than the previous green candle, red candle, whatever you want to call it, right? Or previous staircase, step, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, you didn't manage to sell the top, which is not ideal, but at least you didn't sell here, right? This person sold in one of these candles, so they could have sold here, they could have sold here. I don't know where they sold, and I would have sold here, right? I'm getting more money. Do you get what I mean? So again, you're looking for patterns and you're looking out for what could be the case. And again, you'll understand this. Right now, this probably sounds like gibberish to you because you don't understand it yet. But you don't understand it because you don't specialize in a particular type of coin, right? Now, again, once I see that breaking pattern, I'll probably take around another 25%. And I then determine, okay, what's going on here? What's going on? We're just consolidating. I'll be honest, this would have sort of threw me off because the way it's consolidating and not really picking up in volume, I would have thought, okay, cool. Maybe we are actually just going to continue dropping, because a lot of the time with these type of coins, once you see this sort of movement, it will just die down. Now, again, I can't really tell you why it never died down. There could have just been an announcement. There could have been something that happened in the Telegram, the socials. Someone followed them. Someone retweeted them. I don't know, right? This huge buy. Again, I'm not. I haven't looked into this coin prior. I haven't bought this coin or anything like that. I'm just using it as an example. But like, again, what was this huge buy, right? Was it a tweet? What caused this? Okay. Again, this would all add up to the decision of me knowing whether to sell or whether to buy or whether to hold. Okay. And again, this must have been a reason as to why this person has hold throughout the whole thing, because they had certainty that, okay, it's probably going to do a lot better, right? And it's still going. And I don't know if this person still holds. Yeah, they do actually. They hold 44K. Like, look how crazy that is. They bought 3K worth of this. They sold 43K already. And they still hold 40K. Now, ignore what, look what they've made already, right? They've made 80K in profit. Would you not think this person is very stupid if they were to dwell on, I could have made a lot more if I just held? Yes, they could have. In fact, they probably would have made 300K, 400K. But it's like, why would you not sell? Well, like, when are you going to sell if you're not going to sell at those points, right? Because it could have easily went down, right? Don't be greedy, right? Don't regret profit. Never regret profit. I always say this to people in Telegram, my people on Telegram as well. Don't regret profit. Never. Because you'd rather be in profit than at a loss, right? You'd rather take safety measures than be at a loss, right? Anyway, if you've got any questions regarding the strategy that I mentioned today, do let me know in the comment section below. Obviously, a lot of time goes into making these videos, so I'd appreciate if you can subscribe as well. Obviously, if you do subscribe, YouTube will know what kind of videos you like, and they'll show you more videos like this. But yeah, other than that, if you like this video, I will see you in the next one. Take care.